day to you, and today's benefit is, who is this Jesus? 7. He is Immanuel. Isaiah 7 verses 1, 3, 4, 7, 11, 12 and 14, New Living Translation. When Ahaz, son of Jotham and grandson of Uzziah, was king of Judah, King Rezin of Syria and Pekah, son of Remaliah, the king of Israel, set out to attack Jerusalem. However, they were unable to carry out their plan. Then the Lord said to Isaiah, "Take your son Shear-Jashub and go out to meet King Ahaz. You will find him at the end of the aqueduct that feeds water into the upper pool, near the road leading to the field where cloth is washed. Tell him to stop worrying. Tell him he doesn't need to fear the fierce anger of those two burned out embers, King Rezin of Syria and Pekah, son of Remaliah. But this is what the sovereign Lord says. This invasion will never happen. It will never take place. Ask the Lord your God for a sign of confirmation, Ahaz. Make it as difficult as you want, as high as heaven or as deep as the place of the dead." But the king refused. "No," he said, "I will not test the Lord like that." "All right then, the Lord himself will give you the sign. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son and will call him Immanuel, which means God is with us." On this special day, as I round up the series on who is this Jesus, it is important to look at this earlier prophecy by Isaiah. It always beats my imagination the way God walks and speaks to his people. Most times, when we talk about this prophecy, we don't usually put the context of why the prophecy was given. This was a time that the kingdom of Israel remained divided into Jerusalem and Samaria from the time of Solomon's son. The king of Syria made a deal with Israel against Judah to invade Jerusalem. The main focus of their plan was to destroy the house of David and install a stranger to the throne over Judah. This would have perpetually put the family of Judah off the throne, against the purpose of God to establish the reign of Judah forever by the covenant he made with David. Not only that, it would have also become a cog in the wheel of bringing the Messiah from the family of David. It was against this background that God sent Isaiah to Ahaz, not to bother himself nor get worried about the plots against Judah. I hear the Lord saying to somebody, do not get yourself worked up over those concerns around you. God is already taking care of them. The Lord specifically said to Judah, that invasion will never happen. Wow, I pray for someone. Every planned invasion of the enemy over your finance, your health, your marriage, and your children shall not happen in the name of Jesus. But the interesting part was the sign God gave to Ahaz, that the invasion will never happen. He said a virgin birth will happen and the name of the child shall be called Immanuel. I was wondering if there was any similar fulfillment of this prophecy at the time Ahaz lived, but this prophecy was several hundred of years ahead of the birth of Christ. However, God was saying to Judah, no matter how strong any plot is against you and the promise of Messiah through your lineage, it will never change my plan. It may not look like it today, but God's promise will come to pass in your life. Therefore, Immanuel was born to confirm the presence of God with us and give us the assurance that his promise will come to pass. As you join in the celebration in the remembrance of Jesus' birth, whether you are alone or with your family, even if you are on your sick bed, remember God is with you. Jesus is Immanuel and the reason for the season. Merry Christmas. And so God, the reason for the season is the assurance that you are with us. Please help us to always live in this consciousness of your presence in Jesus' name. Amen. Thanks and enjoy today's benefits.